One of the things I see people struggle with when they come into business with me is expectations. I struggled with expectations. And what I mean by that is unrealistic expectations. Here's why I had unrealistic expectations, is because what we do, to me, is one of the most important things that anybody could do for their future. Really planning from A to Z, their retirement, their insurances, their long-term care, providing for the people that are important to them if something were to happen or if something were to happen to them. I mean, it's very, very important. And yet most people haven't really sat down to think through every single nook and cranny of that, which is what we do. So it just seemed like it would make sense to me that everybody would just be an open book and want to do that. But that's not how things work. That isn't what works. So I had unrealistic expectations about that. Now, that didn't mean that what we do still is not critical and that everybody should still do it. What it meant was that I didn't have the skill set yet to be able to articulate it to people to get them to want to do it. So here's how, when you're setting expectations, those expectations have to equal where your skill set is, okay? So if in Malcolm Gladwell's book, The Outliers, he talked about that it takes about 10,000 hours for somebody to master something, right? Maybe 6 to 10 years. I mean, I read something else that talked about physicians needing to work about 18,000 hours of practice before they're even proficient. So I had expectations, and I was setting expectations for my business and my numbers and my income as if I had already been practicing in the business for 7 years. And this is what's important, is understanding where you're at in your skill set. And this is the joy of an entrepreneur. Entrepreneurs, you have to love the learning process of your business and your craft, which I absolutely do. I've enjoyed it and I'm continuing to enjoy it to this day. So I already know in my industry, it takes about a good year for you to feel really competent in what you're doing. So my first year, I mean, I've shared before, I had quit my job. I was working full time. I was functioning full time in the business, but I was learning as I was going with a mentor and so forth. But it took a good year to feel really competent. And it wasn't until year 3 where I was like, man, I got this. This is great. I know I can totally teach someone to do this. I can do a great job with every single client. I felt very competent in the business, but it wasn't until year 5 where I was making a significant amount of income that was substantially far and above what I was making when I was a nurse. So you can't start a business in year 1 and want to make what you should be making by year 5. It's unrealistic. It's unfair to the opportunity, and it only causes frustration. So the truth is, and the truth has to be enough for you entrepreneurs, is that have you put in the time to become great? Remember, it's going to take some time. It doesn't mean you can't be profitable. It doesn't mean you can't enjoy it. It doesn't mean you can't be earning money and helping lots of people, but you do have to set expectations in accordance with where your skill sets are. And part of your goals should always be upping that skill set. So for me, I always sit down with the people on my team, my VPs and my associates, and we go through where their business is and where are they doing really well and where are areas that we need to improve. And those are areas that we start to work on. And most of the time it's in leadership and mindset. But I just want you to know that if you're feeling a high level of frustration, it might be unrealistic expectations. Because here's one thing I know, is I thought I was going to come into business. I'm drawing a little picture for you. These are my pictures I draw all the time. And I thought success was going to look like this. But here's what I actually realized it looks like. Hold on, let me do my artwork. I know peeps. My artwork is amazing. Hold on, I know you can't wait to see this picture. This is actually what it looks like. So if you have this expectation, but this is actually the reality, then it's going to cause a lot of frustration for you. So make sure you are working on your expectations, and believe me, you can achieve more than you think you can. I'm not saying to set expectations that are stretching, but they've got to be stretchingly realistic. So I hope you're getting your goals down to finish this year super strong. And remember, your expectations have to be in alignment with your skill set and how you're going to improve your skill set.